My name is Alana Grelyak, and today we're going to talk about how to improve your pitch in musical theater. Improving your pitch can be done no matter what type of music you're singing. It doesn't just have to be in musical theater. A couple of tips that will help you improve any style of music you're singing. The first one you want to pay attention to is your breath support. Some people sing sitting down when they play the piano. Other people sing when they're standing up. What you really want to pay attention to, though, is that you have a very straight column from your head down to your tailbone, and you want to make sure that the air can pass through your vocal cords unrestricted. If you are slouching at all like this, your posture can really affect how the air is coming out. So if I wanted to sing, you can see that the sound is not really coming out, the pitch is dropping, it's not very clear. When you're sitting up tall, you're able to properly use your diaphragm and have the breath support. So what I mean by support, making sure that you are feeling it's a little bit of pressure when you're singing, sort of down here in the diaphragm area, making sure that you're taking a full breath so that when you're singing you get and you can kind of have a nice full sound with a little bit of vibrato. If you don't have any breath support, again, you're slouching or you're not taking a full breath, I can't even control the pitch that's coming out when I'm doing that. So you want to really pay attention to your posture and your breath support and control. Another thing that you can do is get an instrument. When I taught at a university a few years ago, we made sure that all of our vocalists, the ones that were majoring in vocal major or opera, had to be able to play the piano. They had to have a certain proficiency in the piano because the piano is very good for learning how to properly tune your voice and correct pitch. So what you can do is get yourself a piano. If you don't have a piano, you can probably use another instrument. Maybe a guitar might be good because it's a fretted instrument. You can kind of tell where you're going. Something like a violin wouldn't be as good to use because you also need to be very good at the violin to know where your pitches are because there's no frets on the fingerboard. So I would recommend using the piano if you can get one. And you can do a couple different exercises that are going to help you learn your pitches. The first one, the very most basic one, is just to play a pitch and try to match it. So you're going to listen for your pitch, and then and see if you're right on pitch with what's coming out of the piano. What you can also do then to tune your ear is maybe to play that pitch and then slide up sharp, slide back into tune, slide a little flat, and go back into tune. And that's going to help your ear get more accustomed to hearing when you're in and out of tune. So you play the note, and then try singing. So you could do la, and see if you can come back to where the pitch center is. Another one that you can do is learning how to sing scales. You can start with a 5-note scale. La, 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 la. And then you can go up to a full octave scale. La, 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 la. And make sure that you have enough air, again, coming through. When you go up to the higher notes, you have to be careful that you're not straining. If you have tension in your mouth, tension in your throat, you're going to see that the pitches are going to be a little off. So if I fake a little tension, la 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 la, your voice cracks, it doesn't work, it doesn't sound very good. So you want to make sure that you're also very loose, kind of loosen your jaw, loosen your tongue. Make sure that all of that is working appropriately. Another thing you can do then at the piano is to play the scale. And instead of singing with the piano, see if you can sing after the piano and then try to match where the last pitch that you sang was. Make sure that it's in the right place. So if you do a 5-note scale, you go la, and then play the last note and see if you're right on pitch. Mine was a little bit flat and I kind of had to slide into it, so I would do that again. You can also then start doing it in different keys, maybe in B major. La 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 la, la 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 la. And that one was a little bit more on pitch. So these are a few of the things that you can do to start correcting your pitch in musical theater or any other style of music, and hopefully those will help get you singing where you want to be singing.